So I'm getting a lot of questions lately on the difference between FireLine and Berkley's new NanoFil. They do have a lot of similarities. Both of them are a no stretch line, so you get a lot of sensation. The other thing is that they're both very thin lines. So especially if you're fishing in current or you're fishing in a lot of wind like we are today, the line just doesn't get moved around as much, so you get better contact with your jig or whatever you're fishing. So again, both very, very sensitive lines. The difference between the two of them is that NanoFil is a very, very slick, smooth line. Much, much slicker than even FireLine. And so the applications I really like to use it for are especially when I'm doing things like this, casting in wind with real light jigs. I just find I can cast it a lot further. It doesn't get blown around in the wind as much. And I keep real good contact with that jig. So casting light jigs is one thing. The other thing I use it a lot for is casting crankbaits, especially the crankbaits that a lot of walleye fishermen use. They're very, very light crankbaits. They typically don't cast very far. So you need to have a line that casts a long way. And that's really the call out point of NanoFil, is that you can cast it a long, long way and get longer distance on those casts. So the nice thing about NanoFil is when it first came out about a year ago, it was only in a real white colored line. This year, what they've come out with is two different colors, a kind of a camel line, which is kind of a, kind of makes it hard to see down in the water. And then the other one they've come out with is the bright green line, which is what a lot of us like to use for jig casting, because you can actually see your line and see what's going on out there. So NanoFil, great for those casting applications. FireLine, still a great line anytime you need a real sensitive line with thin diameter.